That's the way my mind works. Is, you can never do enough. No matter who you are, you can always do more. You can always become better. You can always become more successful, but you have to be driven for your mind to think that way every single fucking day. And what happens is people get comfortable. They get stuck in a 9-to-5 job. They're making enough money to get by, right? And what do? They just stay there. Stay at that job for the rest of their fucking life. They never think, fuck, why don't I try to find something better? And while I'm working here, I'm gonna work on something better. And then I can go over to something better. And then when I'm here, what can I do that's better? In other words, every day your mind is thinking, what can I do that's better? What can I do that's better? What can I do that's better? Rather than just being comfortable and just going to work 9 to 5, and not ever thinking about improving your life or being more successful. And it's the same thing with bodybuilding. You have to constantly be motivated to go in the gym and kill that shit, get on that cardio, stick to that fucking diet. It's the same shit with success. You gotta be motivated to continually, 24 hours a day, be thinking about what the fuck you can do to be better. And there's a lot of people out there that, have made it in certain areas of life, bodybuilding, this, that, but when it comes to just pure financial freedom and success, they haven't made it. What I don't understand is, in my opinion, that should be the #1 priority. Would I rather have muscles, or would I rather know I have enough money to never have to think about money, never have to worry about money for the rest of my fucking life? What would I choose? The muscles or the fucking success? It's a no-brainer for me, man. I don't give a fuck about the muscles. It's something I enjoy doing and so forth, but the success and knowing that you never have to ever think about where money's gonna come from, how you're gonna pay for this, how you're gonna pay for that, to me is the best feeling in the fucking world. And like I've said a million times, anyone out there that's competed in a bodybuilding contest, if you took all that effort you put into that show, and you put that into any kind of venture, business venture whatsoever, and you put that much effort in, I guarantee you would succeed in that business. No doubt about it, because I used to compete in bodybuilding. And honestly, I don't even know I think I still to this day put more into a bodybuilding contest than I put into any business venture I've done. Seriously, that's fucked up, but it's the truth. When I competed for a show, I was fucking training, 2 hours a day, doing cardio twice a day, eating 10 times a day, putting needle in my ass, making sure I got enough sleep. It was constant. Everything was about that show. That's all I thought about. That's all, and that's what I did. And, bodybuilding is 24 hours a day. It's in your head 24 hours a day. Now, if you could have that same exact mentality towards success, it'd be a no-brainer. You could easily do it. But for whatever reason, man, a lot of people, they don't see, being successful or financial freedom. Maybe in their head it's not a possibility. Maybe in their head, this is just nothing I could ever accomplish. And that's the first mistake, because then you've already ruined everything. So the first thing you have to do is realize that you can fucking accomplish anything you fucking want. And anybody can. And I'm telling you, man, I'm the last motherfucker in the world that should be doing as well as I am. And like I said, man, I grew up broke. I didn't have no mentors, telling me I need to go to college. I didn't have no mentors, explaining anything about, businesses or making money or anything. That wasn't even, never even brought up to me as a kid. Never talked about anything about being successful or, trying to be the best you can be. So I'm just saying that, if I could do it, you can fucking do it. So anyway, I hope this helps. I hope this motivates, and see you guys.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm here to talk a little bit more about the 5%. And what I want to do is, I want to stress the fact that the 5% does not only have to do with bodybuilding, the body and the physique and the outer shell. It has a lot to do with, for me, I have to say, that's a very small part of my life. For me, it has to do more with business, success, and being the best I can be as far as my career goes. And success to me is the most important thing in my life. I love bodybuilding, I love looking good, I love feeling good about myself, I love looking in the mirror and being happy with the way I look. But there's a lot more to us than the outside shell, So for me, success is my number one goal. And I've done a lot of things in life, day trading, stock market, I've done real estate, I have a lot of property in Texas. And what's kind of cool is this kid came up to me at the expo and he said, "Hey Rich, I just want to tell you, man, you inspire me to buy 2 duplexes and a triplex." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I watched that video, about you talking about real estate and what you did and how you did it." And he goes, "It inspired me." And I looked into it and I actually went and bought 2 duplexes and I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." Because, usually people come up and they're like, "Wow, Rich, you really inspired me to work out harder. You inspired me to start working out. You inspired me to, train this way or train that way or eat more," which is all great. But to actually inspire someone to go out and make a move like that is just incredible. I mean, that just made me feel so incredible. And I just want people to understand that, the effort you put into your bodybuilding and your physique, you need to put that same effort into outside activities. And I've always said to people, if you spent as much time building a business as you did getting ready for a bodybuilding contest, you would probably have an incredibly successful business and it would be a life-changing event. The thing is, you gotta really sit back and understand that, life's short. You gotta do all you can while you can. And when you're 40, 50 years old, you can't always go out and build a business and become successful. You gotta do it when you're young. That's the most important time. So I just like to motivate people, inspire people to think about these other things in life. Obviously, bodybuilding is a great sport. It's fun. Bikini, figure, physique, all of it. I love it, and it's great. But you know what? You got to be diverse in every area. Put a certain amount of time in that. Put time and energy in other things, and basically be a 5%er, well-rounded and diverse in your entire life. That's my message to you today.
And instead of arguing the fact, try this shit. Try it. Give it a try. Don't take everybody's word for everything. Don't read something and believe that shit. Try it out for yourself. Find out if it works or it doesn't work. Believe me, the more you put into anything, the more you're gonna get out. The longer you train, the more you eat, the more you sleep, the better results you're gonna get. If I'm eating 12 meals a day, I'm training 3 hours a day, and I'm sleeping 10 hours a day, I'm gonna get better fucking results than the guy that's training an hour a day, eating 6 meals a day, and sleeping 6 hours a day. It doesn't take a fucking scientist to fucking logically understand what I'm saying. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals. Jesus Christ.
I can't. You can't? Are you fucking kidding me? You just said I can't? Like, I want to fucking bitch slap that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. Now, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it and find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, "Ooh, if I just would have." That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something, you just don't know. Whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want. Finding out and looking in the mirror and going, "I didn't half-ass it, I went all the way, I found out, and that ain't for me." Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to. But the limbo of not knowing, if you half-ass something, the limbo of going, "I hedged my bet." What could have happened? You don't know.
Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gon' fly.
It's getting serious, Bruce. If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left.
I don't care about that. If I can't change things here, if I can't have an effect, I don't care what happens to me.